It is by far the most popular podcast of all time, and tonight some of the key players in Serial got together to talk about this case.
In 12 in-depth episodes, Serial told the story of Adnan Syed of Woodlawn, who was serving life in prison after being convicted of killing his ex-girlfriend.
ABC 2 News' Christian Schaefer just back from tonight's discussion of the case at the University of Baltimore Law School.
Yeah, Jamie Kelly, if there is one thing that's clear from tonight's discussion, it's that Adnan Syed's supporters believe they have momentum after last week's ruling from the Court of Special Appeals that his appeal will be heard. The popularity of the podcast Serial began to spread late last year, but attorney Chris Floor has been there since the beginning. Adnan Syed's family hired him after Syed was arrested in 1999.
I could tell you that from the beginning of the case, I felt that Adnan was innocent, and to this day, I still feel that he's an innocent person sitting behind bars.
Syed was charged with killing his ex-girlfriend, Min Lee, a classmate at Woodlawn High School. Eventually, the family and the attorney decided to bring in what they considered a heavy hitter, Christina Gutierrez, a well-known trial lawyer. But as the podcast documented, Gutierrez made several questionable decisions during Adnan Syed's defense, including not speaking with a friend who said she saw Syed after school on the day Min Lee disappeared, when the state claims he was killing her.
There's no question that if you talk to any seasoned criminal defense attorney, that not interviewing an alibi witness in a case is inexcusable.
Eventually, Syed was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Gutierrez was later disbarred and died in 2004.
There were so many opportunities to disprove the state's case, and Christina wasn't able to do that.
Saad Chaudhry was Syed's best friend growing up in Woodlawn. He said he never expected anything like what Serial became.
We really thought it would be maybe a one-hour radio show on NPR. We never had any idea it was going to be a podcast. We had no idea it was going to be a 12-part podcast. We had no idea how big it would get.
Adnan Syed's current attorney joined the panel discussion at the University of Baltimore Law School. He couldn't say much because the case is still under appeal, but he did say,
"We just were granted leave to appeal to the Court of Special Appeals." So we're obviously very excited about that.
Yeah, that ruling came down Friday of last week. The Court of Special Appeals will now hear arguments from Adnan Syed's attorney and from the state's Attorney General's office representing the state in June. Live in the newsroom, Christian Schaefer, ABC 2 News.